Recording in progress.
Oh yeah, we got him. Trey, Frazier, and Maestro Styles, you know we got one. Right back like we left something. We don't duck smoke, we want all of it. So line them up, Trey sharp with the blade, you know we sizing it up. I'm quick to catch the fade, you know Styles making the cut. Cause we coming out clean every time that we showing up.
It's gonna be called the Barbershop.
Yo, what up? What's good, fam? Welcome. It's another episode of the Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast. A special shout out to everybody that's watching us live right now on our YouTube channel. Click the subscribe button so you can catch these shows later on. Also, you can catch us on our Facebook Live. Also, click that like button. We're on Twitch as well. And also, you can follow us on our Instagram at Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast. I'm Trey Frazier. And that's the dude over there in the black and yellow waving the flag. That's that nigga Maestro Styles.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. I got nothing to say, bro. I got nothing
man?
for you. I got nothing for you, bro.
But how you feel though? But I'm forget the game, man. I'm worried about your mental health, bruh.
My mental health is good today.
Good, man. I'm happy, man. Yeah, what about Sunday? I part of me wanted to text you like, yo, talk a little crazy to you, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, man, let that man, cause y'all should have blew us out. Let's be very clear.
Well,
y'all should have blew us out.
First off, let me just say this. It's great that we're doing this recording on a Monday, a day after the game, which we normally don't do. Tuesdays is our normal, recording night, but we had some things come up, and we do got a guest coming on, Jae Jones from the Man Cave Sports Podcast. Also has got a production company as well that produce a lot of podcasts and stuff. So he's going to come on with us. He's a big Titans fan, Braves fan as well. We're going to talk to him a little bit, and then my team is playing his team in London next week, so we'll get a little bit of smack talk in there. Yeah, man, this game, bro. Hey, man, we gifted y'all, man, with a nice bow on the box. Signed, sealed, delivered. They did it again. Second time in 3 weeks. They gave a game away, bro.
Facts.
I don't
Hey,
know. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say, bro. I don't know what else to say. I'll tell you something. I got two interesting things for you, though. And maybe you've seen my tweets from earlier in the day. So I'm watching Get Up this morning. I'm working from home today. So I'm watching Get Up, and they got Rex Ryan on there, former coach, coordinator and all that. And he brought something up. So I guess he does like their little pregame stuff on ESPN, like NFL Sundays and stuff. I guess he does the pregame stuff with them. Okay. So he brought up that one of the reporters that was at the game Sunday was talking about how the Ravens were using rugby footballs to practice with. Like the receivers were using rugby balls to practice and stuff. And I'm like, no way in hell. Like, I can't believe that for a second. Like, these niggas is practicing with rugby balls, paws, balls that's bigger than, football, paws. And no wonder these niggas couldn't catch on Sunday.
I mean, in theory, and I'm genuinely curious, but I'm also being a little shady. Shouldn't you, if you could catch the bigger ones, no homo, in practice, shouldn't you be able to catch the smaller ones in the game?
Yeah, pause for real.
Hey.
No, like, why are they practicing with rugby balls, bro? They're not playing rugby, man.
Well, I'll say this. I would Google the benefits of it.
I don't think. I mean, look, you trust your offensive coordinator, right? You trust him. You believe in him.
Yeah, but this isn't on the offensive coordinator. This has to be the wide receivers coach that has this idea of practicing with rugby balls. And I'm not even sure that they started doing this before this game or they were doing this maybe some weeks ago, because, the stat coming into this game was we had 0 drop passes coming into this matchup.
And so I got 2 things then. You think that the offensive coordinator just was like, all right, cool, y'all could do that? You ain't think that if the wide receiver coach is the person you hold responsible, you don't think he got to, hey, what you think about us doing this before he do it? You don't think he got to run that past the offensive coordinator?
I don't know. I'm just appalled that they're practicing with a ball from another sport. Like unless
that's the reason why they ain't had drops all year up until this game.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. I'm not sure. And like I said, I was trying to ask somebody on Twitter if someone could confirm this for me. Hey, did they start doing this before this game, or were they doing this weeks ago? Because if they were doing this weeks ago, then I got to be like, all right, you know what? Cool. If they was doing this weeks ago and they had no drop passes, they was, winning games early in the year, okay, cool. But if they started doing this, up to the Pittsburgh game, then I'm sorry, bro. There's something suspect here, because I watched that Nelson Aguilar drop, the one that should have been, all the drops that were, the majority of the drops in the game should have been touchdowns. I mean, the Rashad Bateman one that, hit him right in his hand should have been a touchdown. The one that Mark Andrews, and I know the one that Andrews was a little up high, but nonetheless, hands were still right there to grab the ball. That should have been a touchdown. Zay Flowers had 2 instances where he had a ball that went right past him. I think that was a little bit of miscommunication. Then he had 1 touchdown where he slipped on the field, and had he not slipped, that would have been a touchdown. Nelson Aguilar had that joint go right through his hands, and when you look at that replay, this dude's hands is like so far apart that it's like no wonder these niggas is dropping passes, because they practicing with bigger balls, and they practicing with balls that's not in their sport. So I find that a little bit suspect, man.
Well, I'll say this. I don't think that they just started practicing with rugby balls to play the Pittsburgh Steelers if they haven't had drops. So I'll say this, logically, it sounds like that's what they have been doing all year, and that they just had a bad game catching the ball against Pittsburgh. That's what it would seem to me logically. With that being said, y'all dropped them. You hear me? You dropped them. Thank you for the game. Thank you for, as of right now, first
gift
place
wrapped.
The AFC. Hey,
for now. Hey,
man. All we could do is get better. We on the bye list next week. Deontay Johnson will probably be back. Pat Frymouth hopefully will be back. We'll get a little healthier on the offensive line. Hey, man.
Y'all still got issues. Like, make no mistake about it.
That's not what I'm focusing on.
Make no mistake about it. I understand.
Hold on. I ain't tired my shit.
Look. I understand y'all got people coming back. And I think that's what frustrates me with my team, is because we had reinforcements come back for this game. Marlon Humphrey came back. Marcus Williams came back. We got our center back. Ronnie Stanley came back in this game. Odell Beckham is back. We had all the guys that were missing for about a couple weeks now come back in this game. And a team that's supposed to be a Super Bowl contending team put up 10 points against the Pittsburgh Steelers, a team that is not a very good team right now. A team that's not very good on offense, I would say. This should have been a 28-7 halftime score. At the very least, 28-7 at the half. But I got blame to put elsewhere. It's not just the wide receivers. I don't know what they was doing before the half. I'm just sitting there like, yo, take the 3 points. What I don't understand what's going on with that. So I don't like the explanation about there being miscommunication or how the center saw that somebody jumped and thought he could get a free play. Like I don't buy that. Like, you're in the red zone. Like, you're in the damn red zone. There's no reason to go off script here. Get 3 points, go in the half, go up 13-3, and then come out with a little bit of momentum. They killed that momentum right there. Certainly didn't like the Justice Hill fumble. I know he didn't actually cause the fumble himself. It was a great play by Pittsburgh to knock that ball out. But
Shout out Ogunjobi.
But that changed a little bit of momentum. And then my special teams. And I don't want to put too much blame on them, but I don't know, bro. It just appeared to me that all these niggas wanted to do was score 10 points and try to hold y'all off until the end. It just everything in that game just felt like these niggas just don't want to score. I don't get it. We get a turnover on special teams. And I forget who that was. That was Seymour. Seymour, who came up with the fumble on special teams. I don't know how this dude ended up stumbling, but there was nobody around him but the guys that were trying to help him stay up to try to go in for the score. And this dude is bumbling and stumbling and then loses the ball out of bounds. And I'm like, really, guys? Like, that should have been an easy scoop and score right there. And then Lamar throws it right to Joey Porter Jr. Like, you can't tell me nothing different. He threw it right to him.
Hold on. He did, but let's be very clear about that. Mm-hmm. Joey Porter put himself in an excellent position. That was great coverage. Don't take that from Joey Porter.
No, I am taking it from Joey Porter. He threw it right to Joey Porter Jr. I don't know
because he covered up Odell Beckham and told his old ass to go be a family man.
He covered Odell Beckham. First of all, that ball shouldn't have been thrown. First of all,
that was a premeditated throw. Let's be very clear on that. They knew that throw was being thrown before it was hyped.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. That's a fade route. They knew they was throwing it.
Odell Beckham.
They knew that was being thrown the second they saw what was going on, what y'all was doing and what we were doing. They knew they were going to throw that fade.
I've watched Odell Beckham make those kinds of plays thousands of times. Odell Beckham didn't just suddenly forget how to play football. He threw it right to Joey Porter.
Joey Porter was in position.
He threw it right to him, bro.
Joey Porter was in position.
He didn't do a lot. He didn't make it.
And just because Joey Porter, okay. I mean, if you didn't see the,
there was nothing spectacular about the INT other than him catching it.
Just tell me you don't know how to play cornerback. What he did in technique was good technique.
The ball was thrown in a bad spot. The ball was thrown in a bad spot. I'm sorry. The ball was thrown in a bad spot. I'm sorry, bro. Like, that ball should have never been thrown. If you're going to throw that ball, that needs to be on the other side of Odell Beckham, not in front of him. I'm sorry. I can't. He caught the ball. He didn't do anything spectacular other than catching the ball.
Technique from snap to pick was brilliant.
He threw the ball in the wrong spot.
Hey, man, you done bitching about your punk ass team so we can get to some positivity?
Nah, I'm not.
Keep on going there.
I'm not, bro.
It's about to be a party. It's about to be a party on this podcast. Here we go. Pittsburgh Steelers Nation.
Shout out to Rock Halley. He said we starting off the show talking about balls. Pause. Yeah. I don't know how many times I said pause already.
I ain't got no time for that negative energy right now, bro.
But look,
I ain't got no time for that shit.
Well, I do, bro.
No, I'm talking about that negative. I'm talking about Rod.
Rod.
Shout out Rod. I ain't got time for that negative energy. I ain't got time for that shit right now. We're at the top of the AFC North right now. That's what I'm talking about right now.
For now.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey.
For now.
Hey.
For now.
No time like the present, my G. No time like the present. No time like the present.
Enjoy it for a week, bro. Cause
you sure you getting out of Tennessee, out of London?
Yeah, we are. I'm positive. And the guests that come on, we won't, we gonna smack talk it, but yeah, I'm positive, bro. Look, like you said, it was a bad day on the receivers. Like, I mean, that hardly ever happens. 7-8 drops in a game by receiving core. That hardly ever happens. That I think they can rectify that. They can rectify that. But the coaching, they gotta make some better decisions, bro. And just to kind of go back to that red zone possession right before the interception. Why the hell is Gus Edwards leaving the field after it was first in goal, and he runs 4 yards, and then I see this dude leaving the field. I'm like,
hey, let me ask you,
what's
is
good?
Is this your first time getting an event about this game?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I gathered that energy.
It is.
I gathered that energy.
Look, like I said, I'm kind of happy this week. We kind of doing this the day after NFL Sunday, so I didn't have like a day to kind of stew on it. But I'll tell you this too, man. I've been seeing a lot of talk on social media today.
It's a long-ass diatribe for the losing team, my G. But go ahead.
Because I'm upset, bro.
I'm here for you.
I'm upset.
Hey, my G, I'm here for you. I'm here for you, my G.
I'm upset right now. That's why.
Hold on.
If you look, this ain't my normal background. That's why I had to turn the cam and stuff, because they don't deserve that love this week, bro. The team don't deserve that love. But
my team, hold on. Where my Roethlisberger joint at? I don't want to show.
Why he retired, bro? Like,
I'm just trying, because I felt like I'm unprepared. Like, I ain't have enough Steelers shit going on. But go ahead, keep on talking about the Ravens. Keep on talking about bro. Hey, keep on talking about the losing team, my G.
You a wild, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, flaunt your stuff, bro. I got nothing, man.
No. I ain't want you to think I wasn't here for you. I'm here for you.
Go ahead, flaunt your stuff, man. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, look,
show
man.
out, man. Show out.
Look,
show out, man. Gifts, hey, man. The gifts that keep on giving, right?
Look, look. You did so much negativity. I was gonna come in here and be objective and talk about the bad points of my team, which there are so many. But I don't want to no more. I'm here to talk about the best pass rusher in the game.
But why would you? Why would you if you got gifted a dub?
Because I was trying to be objective and thinking about the rest of the year. But, you know what I'm saying? You didn't kind of put a terrible cloud on the show. And now I just feel like we need positivity.
What do you think of? So your angle is thinking about the rest of the year, and I guess
I don't know if it was the angle. I just felt like talking about the game this week. I just felt like talking about the game as an entirety this week. But you just went off all this negativity. Did y'all do anything good last week? Did you do anything positive?
What, in the win last week?
No. I'm sorry. I didn't mean last week. I meant yesterday. But did you do anything good? Did you anything positive from this game for the Ravens?
I had to go to the bank. I went to the bank and I went for a ride just to kind of, steam off a little bit. But it was a bad day, man. And look, it's bad enough. I work with some people that live in this area, and I live around Baltimore sports fans, and I'm hearing it much worse from them because their baseball team couldn't get a dub over the weekend, and they're about to get swept tomorrow. So you pile that on top of the Ravens, losing, and the Terps on Saturday, for that matter too. That's another, this was a whole negative weekend around here, bruh. The mood is not very great around here.
Well, I'm so damn sorry.
So
for the city of
Baltimore. No, you're not. Don't do that.
I'm so damn sorry to hear about.
Don't lie.
Y'all losing ways this weekend.
Don't lie.
Y'all think y'all gonna get swept? Y'all think the Orioles getting swept?
Well, look. First of all, the Orioles is the enemy to my team. First of all, my team is on the couch with me, watching baseball playoffs. So first of all, I got no stake in the Orioles. But if you're just asking me quickly. They just getting outcoached by a better manager, in the Texas Rangers, because that's the same dude that took the Giants to 3 World Series titles. So I think that's the difference there. So I don't think they're getting out of it, even if they win tomorrow. That's just my opinion. But
okay.
But
all right, so let me get off. I just want to talk about a couple of positives that I saw from this game in the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Listen here.
Niggas saying they was point shaving, man.
Hey, man, I don't care about none of that negativity, man. I'm talking about the best pass rusher in the game right now, and T.J. Watt.
What are you gonna say that you haven't been saying this whole year so far?
Hey, listen here, man. I ain't say nothing. I let you have a 15-minute. Hold on. I let you have a 15-minute bitch session about your team yesterday. I'm sorry, and I said little to nothing, man. And I promise you, we ain't got that many positives. So allow me. Look, don't rain on my parade. Don't be that guy, Trey. I don't like that for you.
We gave it
and
away,
I don't like
bro.
it. Yeah, that's fine. We agreed to that. I want to talk about some positives, man. T.J. Watt, best pass rusher in the game. Stop with the bullshit. Right now, best pass rusher in the game. 8 sacks, 5 games. Like, what are we doing? Shout out Miles Killebrew.
You know what? I'm gonna let you rock. I'm gonna let you go.
Shout out Miles Killebrew. My man, special teams. Shout out Rodney Williams, who caught the safety, and also you didn't mention when when Gunner fumbled and he was stumbling. It was Rodney Williams. It was Rodney Williams, the same guy who caught it in got the end zone, almost got a touchdown after the block punt. It was Rodney Williams who was able to catch up to him and slow him down when he stumbled, because if Rodney Williams didn't get back in that picture, he might have stumbled his ass into the end zone. So shout out Rodney Williams.
No, I think he was stumbling. He was stumbling.
No. I'm not saying he wasn't stumbling. I'm saying if Rodney Williams didn't get there,
sure,
he might have stumbled his ass into the end zone.
No, I got you. I'm just saying. If he didn't get there, I still think he would have stumbled out of bounds. Like that, I don't think they.
Okay.
I don't think they wanted to score there, bro. I just. Maybe it's my negativity again, but
okay, yeah, because there you go. It's my parade. Stop putting your rain on my parade. There you go. So there you go with that shit. Hey man, say what you want, but this right here is undeniable. No matter how ain't nothing to it. Y'all didn't have an answer for NFL young boy George Pickens. You didn't have an answer.
He had two great plays, bro.
He had 6 catches for one. You did not have an answer.
He had 2 great plays. I'm not saying he didn't go 6 for whatever for amount of yardage. I'm just saying
when he turned up, and y'all didn't have an answer for him.
He had 2 great plays, bro.
There you go.
He had two great plays.
Your energy is terrible, bro.
And it was expected, bro. It was expected. The defense is doing what they can on the field. The defense is doing what they can. And when the offense is slumping and they not scoring and they trying to ask the defense to hold off, you knew the defense was going to give up. You knew the defense was going to give it up. Even if it wasn't a touchdown, they was going to drive down the field in field goal range and kick the field goal and just send us home. Like I'm sorry. Like I checked out. I checked out that game.
It don't feel like you checked out. It feel like you still got shit to say, man. And because I'm
saying yesterday I checked out of the game the moment Lamar threw the interception.
Well, don't check back in today after the game is over and y'all lost. Don't check back in now.
I'm saying I checked out in terms of us winning the game. Not that I turned the TV off. I'm saying I checked out in terms of them winning the football game.
Right. So you checked out in terms of them winning the football game.
Right.
All right. So don't check back in today with your excuses. Let me have my day. That's all I'm asking for.
You had your day, bro.
My day is right now and yesterday. So let me get my 2 days.
You got your day. What else you want to talk about?
Yeah, look, man. Alex Highsmith, man. 14 pressures yesterday, man. Look, man. This is an important game, man. I said it to you going into the game. This means more to us than it means to y'all. And you ain't believe me. You felt like it was more important to the Ravens. Clearly the Ravens didn't agree with you, man. Clearly the Ravens was fucking with the Steelers. Like, hey, man, y'all need this game. Y'all deserve to be on top of the North. Here you go. And to the Ravens, to Lamar Jackson, Nelson Aguilar, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews in some respects, even though he had a decent game. Justice Hill, who else? To Marlon Humphreys, who gave up the play. Hey man, thank you. We'll take it every day of the week, man. I don't want your face to look like that. I feel like you should just be happy for me. That's what I feel like, bro. I feel like you should be happy for me.
Dude, my team gave 2 games away this regular season. We could be 5-0.
Yeah, and sure. What you want me to say?
And this team gave 2 games away.
Y'all better philanthropists than y'all are Super Bowl champions. What you want me to say? What you want me to say?
I don't want you to say anything. I'm just reacting to what you're saying. That's really all I got, bro.
Well, respond to y'all being better philanthropists than Super Bowl champions. Respond to that.
You saw it.
Yeah.
You saw it. You saw it yesterday.
Hey, man.
You saw it.
Listen here, man. Here we go.
Look.
Number 1 in the North.
I will say this. Enjoy it. Enjoy it for now. Enjoy it for
now. Look, y'all might give it to Tannehill this Sunday. What you talking about? What makes you so sure? What makes you so certain?
Because
you don't know.
They gotta,
you don't know.
Because they gotta realize they didn't gift it 2 games away this year so far. And they could be talked about with the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles as the top teams in the National Football League right now. We could be talking about having a better record than the Kansas City Chiefs. We could be talking about being right up there with how the Dolphins have been playing right now. But these dudes, in the words of Rita, the NFL chick, this team is unserious. They unserious.
They are more concerned about their philanthropic work, Trey. You missing it. Y'all like giving.
Nah, they like just being good. They just like being good enough.
Y'all like being good people. Y'all like giving.
They just like being good enough.
Thank you, man. Did you see First Take today?
Yes, I did.
Oh, yeah, at least you saw the highlights or the clip where Stephen A. and Shannon basically saying that Lamar Jackson is not earning his money.
That's what national media likes to do, bruh. Them dudes ain't watching these games, bruh. Like the local folks are. I just, you know what, y'all have at it. Yeah, whatever narratives, whatever headlines y'all wanna post up there just to make y'all show look good, y'all go ahead and have it.
Oh, you don't think they really feel that way?
Huh?
You don't think they really feel that way?
No. Because if you watch the game, this had nothing to do. This game was about drop passes.
He had some turnovers. Don't.
No. He did.
Okay.
But the number one thing to take out of this game for the Ravens is 8 drop passes that could have been touchdowns. And Lamar was playing some good football up until the red zone incident. He was playing some good football up until the red zone incident.
So he played a bad half. You said about when he went for the 4th. You talking about when he threw the pick to Joey Porter?
When he threw the pick, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is that whole thing about he's not earning his money and da 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 da. Well, I'll say this. I'll say this about what they were talking about.
Leads the league in fumbles.
And factual. Like I won't deny that. I'll give him that. But if we're talking specifically about this game, look at it. They talked all about the drop passes. They talked about Lamar's fumbles up to this point. They talked about the interception. They talked about all that stuff. And for some reason, this guy's name keeps getting left out of these conversations from a national standpoint. And that's John Harbaugh. I don't know if this dude's got protection. I don't know if this guy's family's paying these media people to not talk about him, but he got to take some smoke too.
Interesting.
He got to take He got to take some. He got to take some smoke.
Tell me more.
Well, again, why? Again, I mean, why? Like the communication issue, like before the end of the half. Why are you pulling Gus Edwards out of a first and goal situation? I would have ran Gus Edwards 3 times right there because I wasn't stopping him throughout the game. Like it's little things like that. Like people look at the box score and stuff, but I pay attention to those things when guys leave the field and who's on the field and stuff like that for certain situations. Gus Edwards should be on the field all 4 downs in the red zone. I'm sorry. That's just me. And you taking the dude out. You taking this dude out of the situation where you could at least like show the Steelers, hey, we could have Lamar keep the ball, we could give it to Gus Edwards, or we could run a pass play. But no, they take the dude out. And they kind of show you what they're trying to do at that point by not having them in there. So those types of decisions, like by the coach, is really what kind of infuriates me.
Sure, but in this game, if you wanted to go through the whole barrage of things the whole barrage of blame. Sure, John Harbaugh is susceptible in some way, shape, form.
He got to at least get mentioned once, bro. Like they didn't mention him not once, man. He got to get.
Who's they?
First Take. I'm just talking about First Take because I watched the clip of that this morning. But
how much time? So you saying in a roughly 10-minute segment, you feel like he should have been mentioned when y'all was dropping when y'all dropped the ball 8 times and Lamar Jackson threw picks, took sacks, those types of things, fumbled. I believe he fumbled in this game as well. So
absolutely,
like
absolutely, yeah. Because why? Again, if you're killing it I wouldn't say we were dominating the running game, but we was getting over 4 yards a pop, right?
Sure.
So if the running game is working to an extent and you in the red zone, I'd like to think, hey, these dudes can't stop us. Let's put Gus or let's put Justice back there and let's just get the 6 points. Like it's the easiest call in these games, man. And
well, let me ask you this. And this is speculative.
Yeah.
If they do that and don't score, do you still feel the same way?
Well, if they do it for if they run it 4 times,
yeah,
2nd down, 3rd down, 4th down, and they don't get it, I give all praises due to the Steelers front line.
You never say to run a play action on 3rd down.
Or if if they ran play action and that didn't work, I'm good with it because you still was able to find a way to fool the defense.
I'm just gauging where you at. I'm just gauging how realistic you're being about this situation.
You go with You go with what's working. You force the other team to stop what's working for you.
Well, let's be clear.
And if they do it, hey, all praises due.
Let's be clear. Everything was working. Y'all was throwing on us. Y'all was running on us. It just so happens that passes were dropped, but those passes were wide open.
They were.
So let's not make it seem like the Steelers all in that first, and particularly in the first half, had some type of advantage where they was playing the pass better as opposed to playing the run better. No, y'all was doing what y'all wanted to do for the majority of that game, and it was just because it was self-inflicted. Mm-hmm. So as the offense, there's no way, or let me say, I don't believe that they were play calling based on the fact that Pittsburgh was doing something that was being stopped. It was more so they just running their game plan, assuming that at some point wide receivers was going to get their shit together.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's a fair assessment to say, he shouldn't have,
After 7-8 drops to assume that they're gonna get their stuff together. That's
but that's not a fair assessment because when we was talking about taking Gus Edwards off the field, 7 to 8 drops hadn't happened by then.
Yeah, it did. I'm talking about right after the turnover. I'm talking about after the turnover on special teams. At that point, Aguilar had already dropped the ball there.
Okay.
And stuff. Yeah, the majority of the drops had already happened at that point. So I'm
but even if it did, not to cut you off, but to cut you off, even if it had happened, y'all don't believe in y'all wide receivers?
I'm just saying for that particular game. I'm not saying I don't believe in them when it comes in general. I'm just saying in this particular game where you notice the receivers are having some issues with catching passes, and you got another element of your offense working a little bit. Hey, maybe you want to lean a little bit more toward that portion of your offense. That's where the coaching comes into play. And I don't feel like Harbaugh's like reading the room enough. I don't feel like he's reading the room enough.
Okay, but here's a fair question then. So here's a fair question. Mm-hmm. Harbaugh and that Monken?
You could throw his name in there too. Yeah.
Well, because you're speaking about offensive play calling.
Right.
Last I checked, Monken is calling plays.
Right. So is Monken pulling guys off the field? That's a good question. That's a good question too.
He's calling plays, so of course he's responsible for who's on and off the field because he's calling the plays.
Sure. I guess we could debate that. We could debate that a little bit, somewhere down the line.
No worry. It's no need to continue. We could bring the guests on. I just got one more thing before the guests come on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, man. We number one. I don't care how long it is. I ain't trying to hear none of that bullshit. Y'all play like trash against your division rivals and gave us the game. As a Pittsburgh Steelers fan who know our team ain't that good right now, I say thank you, and I will sit on my throne.
Yep, and you'll sit on that throne for a week until next Sunday.
Tennessee is about to bust y'all ass. What are we talking about?
No, they not. No, they not. No, they not.
That's the energy. That's the energy I'm on right now. So Tennessee. I got Tennessee. Let's
bring him in here, man. Jae Jones, man. You can find him on Twitter at PoppinFresh25. He's got his podcast, Man Cave Sports Podcast, which is on the 613 Productions Network. You can find that on YouTube. Jay, man, welcome to the show, bro. How's everything, man? I see you decked out in Atlanta Braves gear. It's not looking good for your boys right now.
Yeah, I'm about to take this shit off and go throw it in the trash, man. Bruh, it's been a weekend, bruh. Woo!
Crazy, man.
Yeah, it's been bad, man. I ain't gonna hold it, but hey, man, look, I'm here for you, my G. I'm bringing positive energy to your Titans.
We need it.
Hey, I'm here for you. Hey, I'm here for you, bro. I look. Little emotional wear off. We gonna find out who these Ravens are. We gonna find out who they are. And I know they've been to London before. I get it. They've been there before.
Yeah.
Look, I remember. I wanna summon the spirits of that. You remember that fourth quarter Titans Ravens game when Derrick Henry just ended y'all on a 26-yard? I wanna
bring that back.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we need it, man. We need it. Tennessee right now is Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, bro. Like, I don't know what team is gonna show up half the time. Of course, yesterday against Indy, we took the L.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the week before against Cincinnati, we looked like, you know what I'm saying? We was shutting it down.
And then the week before that against Cleveland, right?
We got blown. We got blown out. So it's like hit or miss with Tennessee right now, man. And this, of course, it's a rivalry between the Ravens and Tennessee.
Yep.
That y'all have gotten, when it's mattered, y'all have gotten the best of us right now. But it's a lot, man. I'm with you with them positive vibes because they need it, bro. They like Twitter. Tennessee Twitter right now is in shambles right now, bro. Like it's in shambles right now, bro.
Man.
So I'm with you, man. I'm positive vibes. They put it behind, and they go out to London, man, and get a dub and go on the bye after that. But me personally, I think they already behind the 8 ball because Baltimore is already en route or probably already in London.
Yeah, they left today. They left today. And Tennessee's like, yeah, we're not gonna go until like Friday. I'm like, so let me ask you something too about that, because when the Ravens years ago, we played the Jags in London in like 2017.
Yeah,
and these niggas left on a Friday to go to London and try to play a game Sunday morning, our time, and they got that ass whooped 44-7. And the preparation, and I said it maybe after the week after that they should have got there like days ago, like really, and it really was no excuse because though there have been teams that have been playing in London at that point, right? So you couldn't just reach out to somebody and be like, hey, how do you prep for a trip like this? How do you prep for a game like this? These niggas just was like, oh, we just gonna go on the weekend and it's all gonna be good, and then they got that ass whoop, and now they realize, oh, I think we need to be there about a week earlier before we can play the game. So when's the Titans going? When are they going to London?
So they, according to Mike Vrabel, they leaving Thursday or Friday, and this is the shit that kind of pissed me off. I'm sorry, can I cuss?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yes.
When you talk,
Pussy.
I get real irritated with Tennessee right now. Mike Vrabel, he really irritates me at times too, because like you said, like Tennessee's been to London, right?
Yep.
They played the Chargers a few years back and lost.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
And he referenced that. He said, yeah, we reached out to some teams. We talked about it. We heard different sides of the spectrum. We're going to go ahead and go. We're going to stay here till Thursday, Friday, and then go out there. He was like, last time we went, we lost. I'm like, so you going to repeat the same pattern? You going to go late and then...
Not learning your lesson. Not learning the lessons, man.
So, and that's what I be trying to tell other Tennessee fans. Like, I know a lot of people blame Tannehill or place blame on whoever they want to place blame on, but like coaching, like that's part of coaching, and you already behind the 8 ball, so you got to look at that. We just seen Jacksonville stay over there for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And they just got the win over what I thought was a better Buffalo Bills team. You know what I'm saying? And that matters. So why are you waiting so late?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But I'm about to burn some sage on that conversation.
Hey, let me give a quick shout out. Mike Patton's in the YouTube live chat.
What up?
He covers that division and everything. He's like, it'll be funny as hell if they go there and beat the Ravens, who's been there all week. Yeah, that would be funny. That would be funny. That would be funny.
I'm with you, Mike. I'm with you, Mike, all the way, baby. It'll be great. Like I said, you don't know what Tennessee gonna show up, man. Tennessee, it's been a hit or miss year thus far with them. So I'm with you, Mike. I'm with you.
Hey, but the pattern would suggest that this is the game to win, though, right?
Yeah, this is the game to win. They gotta win because it's on my birthday too. That's what's gonna make this work even better.
Done.
I need this.
My G, done deal. Done.
Go.
Hey, I got bad news for you, bro. Your birthday about to be spoiled.
We ain't doing none of that.
Your birthday about to be spoiled, bro.
It ain't your birthday, nigga. Let him get that.
Let's go. We gonna get this win. We gonna win on my birthday, and we gonna just. That's how we gonna end. That's how we gonna end up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tennessee tends to win the games no one thinks they're gonna win. That's by Mike.
That's them.
Yeah.
That's them.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well,
and it seems like nobody feel like they gonna win. So here we go.
Yeah.
Well, is that the case? Cause
I don't know. That's what the energy feel like around here.
Oh, cause I don't know. I'm just speaking to people that don't root for these two teams. Like I'm just trying to figure out what the consensus is out there, and I haven't really fully gotten that yet.
Well, Jay, tell me in a perfect situation how the Tennessee gets out of this game with a win.
It starts in the trenches, both sides, offense and defense. Tennessee has had problems up front on the offensive line, kind of the whole year. We got Nicholas Petit-Frere back from suspension last week. He didn't play, but hopefully he'll be ready to play this week. So winning in the trenches is definitely going to that's going to matter. That's going to determine how Tennessee going to play. Because if Tannehill has no time, we already know it's going to be a done deal. Secondly, defense. We got gashed by Indy. Not even by Jonathan Taylor, by Zach Moss.
Zach Moss.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. So Tennessee, before this game, I know they were like second in the league as far as giving up pass yards behind Cincinnati. So that defense is going to have to play similar to how they played against Cincinnati. So They can win in the trenches. I think Tennessee gets this. I think we get this. And we got to convert on third downs and get off the field on third downs. Them right then and there, we done. We get the win.
So why are you so confident, Trey? Let me ask you. Why are you? Is it emotional?
Because they, and I'll go back a couple weeks ago. So like Jay was talking about with Indy. So Ravens versus Colts a few weeks ago. We gave that game away. We gift wrapped that one. We should have had that one in the bag in our own building, right? Mm-hmm. And then, we come out the next week and everybody's, been glamoring over what Cleveland's been doing and rightfully so on the defensive side, right? Mm-hmm. They was 2-0 at home. I think they had just played the Titans. They held the Titans to 3 points. Yep. They held Cincinnati to 3 points at home at that point. And everybody was just like, something's wrong with the Ravens. Cleveland at home, they looking really good right now. Defense looking great. Myles Garrett looked great and all this stuff. And we go in there, man, and we bust ass.
Now, put a caveat on it, though.
Division game. You gonna say division game?
No. Deshaun Watson didn't play.
Okay.
That's true.
Okay. That's true. Okay.
So put a little. That's a win.
That's true.
Put a little asterisk on that.
That facts. Yeah. That defense was healthy. That Browns defense was healthy, and again they held the past two opponents at home to 3 points, and we went in there and dropped 28 on these guys. So
but also you have to respect that there was no offensive ability to compete with y'all, and that does change shit in a football game.
Sure.
So yes.
Sure.
So yeah. Okay.
I agree with you. I agree with you there. I think two things can be true at the same time.
Cool. I just want to make sure that that's put out there.
Absolutely.
So that's all right.
Absolutely. But that defense, and I think that defense is still good. Like through 5 weeks, I think the Browns defense is legit. Yeah. Like, I don't take away nothing from them after that game.
They ain't had no. But I will say this.
Yeah.
And I'll let you rock.
Yep.
They started quarterback not playing defense, though they ain't got no shot.
I agree. No, like I said, I agree with you. Like look at the Jets, right? Yeah. So the Jets defense, they feed off the energy of how the offense plays. So when they see Zach Wilson throwing ducks and not, converting third downs and stuff, then that defense know it got no shot. But when you see him start playing better, like against Kansas City the other night, when you see him making the throws that he made, and you saw the defense get back on the field, you could tell the energy with that defense. They was playing so much better. Sure. So you're absolutely right when it comes to who's the quarterback and do they have a shot. I think two things can be true at the same time.
Okay.
That defense is still great in my book. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, to your point, when you ain't got your guy, it does mentally wear on you a little bit.
I didn't know who that nigga was.
I ain't know either. I ain't know either.
Hey, he played real good in the preseason. That's the only reason I know about him. He was decent in the preseason, but they was like, this is his time to shine. I was like, I don't know. That Ravens defense is a little different. So
right.
As soon as they heard that Deshaun Watson ain't playing, they salivating.
I was like, Ravens.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, you take it where you can, bro. You get the wins. You get the wins when you can get it.
Deshaun Watson wouldn't play after he just smoked our asses on the week before, but he don't want to play that. That's it.
Yeah,
whatever.
Right. Right.
Hey, so Jay, you in the DMV, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah, man. I'm in the DMV. Me and my podcast, my co-host, we are DMV based podcast. So I'm on the other side of the bridge. I'm in Southern Maryland though. So
okay, you ain't far from me. But you ain't far from me though. Yeah. I'm in Forestville. So yeah.
I got my folks in Capitol Heights, so I'm definitely.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And my dad is Steelers fan too, so.
My man. So, I like him already. Yeah. Nah, we gonna link.
Nah, that's what's up.
Definitely.
That's what's up. Yeah, man. Me and Maestro, we spent a whole lot of time down in Charles County for years.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
I
went to school out there.
Oh, for real? What school?
Yeah, Westlake.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not too far from that joint. I just moved down here in like 2 or 3 years ago. Before I was in Mo County,
So was that.
I've been all over. I was in Mo County, then I was in Virginia, was in Woodbridge. So I've been moving around all around. But yeah,
That's
right
what's
now
up.
I'm in Charles County. Damn,
That's
yeah, that's a small world. Yeah,
Yeah,
my son go to McDonough.
Oh, okay. Yep. Shout out my man Dougie. Yeah, my man Dougie's going.
That's
to
crazy, man.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It's dope when the talent is local, man. Like you know,
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, man. I've been in the area about 20 years. I'm in the Baltimore area now, but when I first moved to Maryland, I was in Charles County for like a few years, and then I went to PG County after that, and then you know, life just kind of changes, and then you kind of move all over the state and stuff. So
he love that country shit out there.
Yeah, I love it right now.
Yeah. Man. And I mean, it's worse down there now. When I was down there, it was trees. Like it was
straight up trees, bro.
Yeah, it was trees.
I've had some encounters while living down here with some of those people that was, you know,
came up there.
Yeah, so but it's progressing. You know, it's definitely getting a lot more urban culture, I should say, down here.
Yeah. For a while, they was trying to extend the metro down there for a while.
They still are. It still might happen. It still might happen.
Mm-hmm. They've talked about that for years.
I mean, years.
I hope they don't, but it won't be surprising.
I kind of agree with you. Like, nah, just let them stay there. If they can't drive, then just let them stay there.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I used to always be that guy. I'd be like, man, Charles County, man, you gotta catch a flight to go out there. I was always that guy growing up in DC and Montgomery County. So, like, you know, when I moved down here, I was like, you know what? This shit ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? So if you really want to find me, you gotta come. You gotta come down.
It's definitely a trip, bro. I'm like
traffic and all.
I'm like an hour 30 from there now. It's a trip, bro.
I'm 30 away, and my father live up there, and I'd be like,
Yeah, that's how I made with my mom. My mom be like, "You coming by the house?" I'm like, "That traffic look."
You know what it is? It's two ways to get out of Waldorf, and those two ways is so trafficky these days, and it's like you can't find no other way to get out of Waldorf. That's the problem.
Yeah. It's either 5 or 210.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Right.
So Jay,
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I was just gonna get to how the podcast started, the Man Cave Sports Podcast, your production network, and all that. Just kind of take us through the history and background of how you got started.
So 613, Faye is actually my homie Mike T. It's his grandmother's middle name and her birth date. And so he just wanted to start a network where it wasn't always like the mainstream stuff that you always hear. So he wanted something that was going to honor his grandmother. He wanted something that he felt proud of putting out there, content wise, because we see the same stuff kind of like over and over. So it started with I believe it started with In the Four Corners of Wrestling. That's a podcast that's over there. And Facts, which consists of 3 ladies, Shantae, Shanika, and Dynasty. So it's a female-based podcast. They talk about, it's a lifestyle podcast.
Okay.
And then he wanted to start a sports podcast, and he knew that I had been podcasting for a little bit. So when he had put the message out, I kind of hit him up like, yo, if you're looking for, just let me know what I need to do to join the team or whatever. And he just he put a group of us together, and we just kind of went from there. So the Man Cave is probably about a year old right now. So we started last year, myself, G Money, and we added Wildcard Mar, who is he's also part of ILW Sports, or he created ILW Sports, which is a podcast as well over there. So we just all kind of like collectively came together. We've had some bumps and bruises along the way, but as any podcast, that's what happens. But we've been going for about a year strong. And we got another gentleman, Eric the Hybrid. He comes on there doing football seasons right now, and he kicks it with us as well. So it's just an ongoing thing, man. And right now, outside of just talking professional sports, we've also started talking high school sports. So in Montgomery County, so we've been fortunate enough to go back to our old high schools and talk to the coaches and interview the coaches and interview a few student athletes. So that's kind of like what we've been doing now, outside of like just talking regular professional and sports like that. So that's really something that we all kind of enjoy doing right now. So it's something I truly enjoy doing, man. It's fun. It gives us a niche from just kind of just talking everyday regular sports. So
that's what's up.
That's dope, man.
How does one become a Titans fan?
I get this quite often. So if I tell you the true story, you probably gonna laugh. So before I was a Titans fan, my mom, hold on. Let me tell her, hey, mom, let me give you a call back. I'm on a podcast.
Man,
I'm gonna hit you right back.
I like that energy.
This is the first.
We trapping.
So before I was a Titans fan, I was a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Oh,
so
wow.
I was real young. Yeah, so I was real young. I was a huge Derek Thomas fan. Huge Derek Thomas fan. So I had the Joe Montana jersey, Derek Allen. I was a Chiefs fan. Yeah. When Derek Thomas passed away, and Joe Montana retired, Marcus Allen, all the team basically broke up.
Yeah.
I had family in Nashville, and so when I went down to Nashville, the TV was on, and I just seen like, back in the 90s, it really wasn't a lot of black quarterbacks, right? So like 9'6", 9'7", I seen Steve McNair, and I seen this dude just like running around making plays and stuff like that. I was like, I kind of like this dude right here.
Yeah.
So
God bless.
So Steve McNair basically got me into cheering and rooting for the Titans, and I kind of like rocked with them ever since then. And it broke my heart to see him in purple.
Yeah.
And black. It broke my heart.
It looked nasty. I'm not gonna hold you.
Hey, we needed him though, bro. We needed him.
We needed him too. We needed him too.
Exactly.
But that's just kind of like how, and I just kind of stuck with the franchise as I got older. You grow into loving, rooting for the organization. And so Steve McNair was kind of the first part of him, and kind of I was watching Warren Moon too, but Warren Moon wasn't really a scrambler. I did like Warren Moon in that run and shoot offense because it was great. But Steve McNair, when I seen Steve McNair, I was like, I like these guys. And they were underrated. Like I like a lot of underrated teams. So they were like back then when I was young, they ain't get a lot of attention. They still don't, but they don't get a lot of attention. So I was like, they underrated and they good. Like, oh yeah, I think I'm gonna rock with them.
Yeah, they was contenders. They was contenders for about a 3-4 year stretch, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
when they was in the Super Bowl that one year too.
Yeah, that's kind of how Tennessee is, man. They have for 3-4 years and then it flames out. So it looks like we on that. It's getting there now. It's looking a little like that right now, but so.
Well, I tell you, Jay, I'm gonna bomb my co-host out. He wasn't always a Ravens fan, man.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I wasn't always that. I wasn't always that.
He was a Giants fan.
I was fake. I was a fake Giants fan.
No, see, I don't like when you do that. You was a Giants fan.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I get that, and I know what you're about to say. You told the story a million times. I don't care how involved in football you were. You were a Giants fan. You came down here from New York, a Giants fan. You made it clear. I'm a Giants fan.
But wait, all the times that we was at Melvin's house watching football and stuff, this is before I really got into the Ravens, right?
Sure.
All the times we'd be over the crib watching football, you've never, ever heard me root that hard for the Giants the way I root hard for the Ravens.
Because you became a football person coming to Maryland, but that don't mean you wasn't a Giants fan. It's not a
right. So I was a fake fan.
I wasn't. You had a Curry Collins jersey when you came down here. I feel that way. I don't remember.
I had a couple jerseys. I had a Niners jersey, and I had a Giants jersey.
That's that New York shit. But
well, true story here. So our senior year out of high school. So I went to high school in Brooklyn. I was born in Queens, raised in Brooklyn, Jay. So
gotcha.
So we had a senior trip in Virginia Beach, and two of the girls I was classmates with, their parents put the trip together for us, right? So they rented 2 buses, right? And this had nothing to do with the school. This was all planned by the 2 parents, right? So they got two buses, and we all met someplace downtown Brooklyn. Everybody, with their luggage, their weed, alcohol, and all this stuff. And everybody had on, a jersey. Everybody had on a football jersey. It didn't have to be necessarily a team, but that was kind of the thing back. What was that? 2001, and so we was rolling from New York to VA, rolling deep with football jerseys on. So that's kind of how that kind of thing started there. But yeah, I did have a Giants jersey.
Fan. This nigga was a Giants fan.
I was a fake New York.
But it's crazy because the Giants they was good and they won. So what made you switch?
2000 Baltimore beat that ass and he switched over.
Well, so just because Maestro don't want me to tell the story. He don't want me to tell the story, but
that's the year they injured Chris Johnson. No, 2000. No. That was the year they took.
That's the year.
Was that the year Eddie Ray Lewis and he took
the ball from Eddie George? Yeah. He took the ball from Eddie George. Yeah,
they got the documentary. Yeah, I ain't watched that shit.
Yeah. But here's the thing. So growing up in New York, I was a big, and as you can see, I was a big Knicks fan. My mother used to go to the games and stuff, and we used to watch them like all the time. They was in the playoffs every year when it was the Patrick Ewing era, right? So I was a big basketball fan, and quite frankly, everybody in New York was a big basketball fan, right? I was a baseball fan. We went to baseball games. So those were the 2 sports in the household at the time. Like, my dad wasn't into football all that much. My mother certainly wasn't into football all that much. So when guys would talk about it in class, I'd just be like, yeah, okay, cool. Like, I'd pretend like I, knew a little bit about football, but really it was basketball and baseball. Like, those were the first two sports, right, for me. And then I get to Maryland, and I'm trying to talk to niggas about basketball, and they like, what you talking about, man? This is a football town. Like, this is football, right? So I'm just glad I made the right choice, because rooting for the Washington football team, I would imagine over the last 20 years, it's stressful, right? Stressful.
I can't relate.
I can't relate either. So, well, I can relate when it comes to the Knicks, because they've been, before
I used to be a Knicks
before
fan
recently.
Too. Yeah, I used to be a Knicks fan.
I'm just
gonna say that was a PR answer, and that it was switched once the Ravens busted that ass in the Super Bowl. That's when he switched.
Nah, I didn't switch then. It was about a couple of years after that.
Cap.
It was a couple of years after that. Stop telling lies, my brother.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. At times, man, I be like, Tennessee, man, like, yeah. When they traded AJ Brown, I was about that close. I said, you know what? Hey, this might be the time, cause. So, but I understand, man. Like, franchises, man, they do that to you as a fan.
I imagine why you stopped rooting for the Knicks. You don't have to tell me. I can imagine.
No, really, it's because it was when they let Fizdale go. I didn't like how they did.
Oh, that's fairly recent.
Interesting.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Like, people still, joke with me like, your Knicks. You watching your Knicks? I'm like, man, fuck them. Yeah. But and you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like kind of like how Commanders fans felt about Daniel Snyder. Yeah, that's how I feel about Dolan. Like, until Dolan leaves, they're not gonna win the championship in my view. And ain't nothing like a Knicks heartbreaker, loss. You know what I'm saying? And I watched the Knicks, and like, part of me, like, I look at them, I'm like, okay, that's nice. They made the playoffs, but I'm like, James Dolan still there? Yeah, he's the problem. And the way they did Fizdale, I really didn't like it, or from what I seen, I didn't like it, and what I heard.
Right.
He got the short end of the stick. They traded Porzingis. He ain't had nothing. Like, what you want him to do? And then you gonna fire him after that, and then you brought Tom. I think it was Tom Thibodeau or Phil.
I think it was Jackson after
Phil Jackson or
Trey would know better.
No, it was no. It was Fizdale came after they got rid of Phil Jackson.
Okay.
Because remember, Phil Jackson came on, let go of Mike Woodson, and then brought in Derek Fisher.
Yeah,
and that's when Derek Fisher was fighting what's his name because of his girl.
Matt Barnes.
Yeah.
And he shouldn't have got the job. Like.
Mm-hmm.
And once they fired Fizdale, I was like, you know what, man? Nah, bro. That's it.
That's
I
interesting.
can't rock with them no more.
That's interesting.
I had to turn in my card.
I respect it. I
was like, nah, man. And I normally don't do that with teams. Like I'm normally loyal. You know what I'm saying, to a T to my teams, but that shit right there, I just was like, you know what, it's time to let go of the Knicks, man.
So
I try to get Trey to stop being a Knicks fan a few times, but he don't want to come around.
Nah. And root for who? And root for who? I guess whoever's winning. I guess whoever's.
Brooklyn was one I was on. I was on the Brooklyn train. Are you from Brooklyn? I was on that train trying to get you to switch over.
They just as dysfunctional as the Knicks was.
Yeah, well, the NBA now is just it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's like players want to be. I get it I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like owners can trade and cut and let players go, so players want to be able to navigate their careers, and I understand that. But it's just like, man, like
they lost the craft. They lost the craft and trying to be bosses. And look, you got your right to try to dictate your career as a player. But I feel like it's not even a feeling. Well, it is a feeling, but they don't focus on just being good at basketball anymore. It's so much business involved that they just won't go out there and play ball. They're more focused on their actual brand than the ball creating their brand. Like it's a lot of these players. I ain't gonna say all of them, but
I was gonna say because KD, even though KD about his business, he about some ball too.
Well, KD ain't one of them because KD play ball regardless. Like that's what he do.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like even though he's got businesses and stuff like that, but every time you hear this man talk, he like, yo, I just want to hoop.
It's basketball.
Yeah.
James Harden is bad for the NBA, as good as he is.
But I think I think Adam Silver is too much of a player's owner.
Yeah.
And he's got to scale it back. And that's why I thought with the CBA, the new CBA, I thought it was going to be more like kind of going back a little bit to the older like David Stern days, but it didn't seem to really happen. So I don't know. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I watch a lot of players. I'm a huge KD fan, obviously being from the DMV. So I'm always rooting for KD. My older son, he a Golden State fan, so who don't like to watch Steph. So I try to keep up with players. But I just
So you don't have a basketball team necessarily.
I'm a free agent right now. I'm a free agent right now. I'm trying to see young core team. I like Memphis. I like Ja. You know what I'm saying? Even with the crazy shit he's done on the off the court. But I like Anthony Edwards too, man. I'm hoping now if he goes to New York, like if he can find his way out of Minnesota or some way, like
hey. Brent,
and that's happening. Listen, he's found his way out of Minnesota.
He's got to.
Listen, bro. The fan application, I got it right here, man. If you want to come back, man, we welcome you back with open arms, bro. You talk about young teams. You talk about young teams. The Knicks had one of the youngest teams in the playoffs, in the final 8 of the playoffs last year. So, and I think they on the up and up, man. They just, there's still that Dolan stigma out there, but I think the Knicks are more attractive now than they were, just 3 years ago.
Most definitely. I like Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is a dog. I definitely like him. Julius Randle, I'm not quite so sold on. I like him, but playoffs it gets a little shaky. I know he was a little hurt, banged up last year, so we'll see how that goes. RJ Barrett, obviously, he's got to grow into, what is this, year 3 for him now or year 4?
This is year 5. This is year 5.
Year 5. Yeah.
So,
year 5,
it's, we're going to see, but, I still watch basketball. So I still keep an eye on him, but I like OKC. You know what I'm saying? I like they young mob. Like they got a nice young mob. You know what I'm saying?
And they getting that kid back that they drafted a year ago. Holmgren.
Chet. They playing tonight. Matter of fact.
Yeah,
they playing,
I know. I saw that.
The Spurs.
Wembyama.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, I'm gonna throw a little curve out there, man. There's a young team in the DMV, man. You know, and Tyus Jones is a 16. Tyus Jones is a 16-point a game man, real gritty. You know what I'm saying? We got a man that's who the keys, at least for this year, the keys is given to this young man. He probably gonna score 25 to 30 points because he's the only person that's gonna score. And Jordan Poole, you know, it's some young pieces around this team. If you looking for,
he trying to aim for that 6 seed.
But he don't think I know. But he act like he don't know that all them young pieces finna be right at Rose Bar.
Hey man, Rose Bar is a good place for players. Sometimes.
Nah, but
shout out Rose Bar.
It's crazy though, because none of my teams are home teams. Like I don't like any home teams. Like it's crazy. So a lot of people get on me about that, but I don't know about the Wizards, man.
I'm 100 a fake fan for everything Washington outside of the Wizards, and really the Wizards too, because the way we've been playing the past 3-4 years, he'll tell you.
It's official. You putting the fake label on it now for the Wizards?
I have to because. You remember when we got the A seed when Westbrook was there?
Yes.
And I was like, look, if we make it there, fine, but we not gonna go there.
These niggas was playing. Who did y'all play? I think y'all played. It was either the Pacers or the Hornets.
It was the Pacers and the Hornets.
And I'm like, y'all got the two best players on the floor. Y'all winning that game, bro. And he wasn't confident that he was getting out of the play-in.
But when we got there. I did try to. I tried to call an upset against the Sixers. I did. I went full fan mode, like I never was. I went full, like I faked hard, but you know what I'm saying. But man. Until I'm really. I gotta see something. It's just that.
Yeah.
I gotta see something. I'm a fake fan until I see something, except for Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
You can't lie though. The Wizards. I mean, people nationally might not say this, but I think there's some intrigue with Jordan Poole, Tyus Jones, and the new upper management that they got in place now.
Kuzma. And I can't forget Kuzma about it. Yeah,
and Kuzma, right? And Kuzma, yeah. There's some intrigue with the team, like.
Yeah, but again, it's still 5, 6 seed type projections though. Like you know,
sure,
like, it just
sure.
Yeah.
I know you want the chip and everything, but.
Yeah,
baby steps. Baby steps, man.
Soon.
But I want it though.
Right.
I mean,
of course.
I think, because we've seen when the Nats won. We've seen when the
Capitals. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Mystics.
The Mystics. Like it's lit. Like don't get me wrong. Like I would love for the Wizards to get one. You know what I'm saying? But it's just I don't know what it is about the Wizards. To me, it's like.
I don't like wins on sale. I don't like them. I'm over them. I'm over them.
I don't know what it is with the Wizards, man. I thought it was the coaching. I thought it was the management. It is like, man, like all the talent that comes from the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. It's like, don't nobody want to come back here and play.
Yeah,
like,
it's interesting.
No winning. It's no winning culture with the Wizards. Like none. Like since 78? Right. That was the last time.
Yeah, so, it's interesting you say that because we had Ashley Baker on earlier in the year, and we were kind of talking about this, like as far as in the NBA where you got different cities that players care about. And obviously, when it comes to weather, it's LA, it's Miami. Like you're not going to beat those two places when it comes to weather, lifestyle, and things like that. But when I look at DC, I'm like, when it comes to like a party atmosphere and like nightlife type stuff, to me, it's top 5 in the country. I mean, and it wasn't always like that, but over the last several years, I feel like it's bought itself up. What?
So who was it? To who it wasn't?
It wasn't always top 5. Since I've been here about 20 years. When I first got here,
I would say for about 15 of them years we was top 5.
Okay, look, you from DC.
When John Wall was with DC, he was part of them. When the other teams come to DC, they party.
Yeah,
they party.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the nightlife is there. Like I don't get it. Like
neither do I.
I don't get it. It's crazy.
I think it's the jerseys.
We gotta win.
Jerseys
I think we gotta win. We just gotta win, man. We gotta win. And we should have never went to the Wizards. We should have stayed the Bullets.
There you go. But they did that before for political reasons.
Yeah, look, we was outside shooting. It's just what it was. That's what was happening. And I don't mean me. It wasn't me. I was only 12, 13.
But guess what? They still out here wilding.
Right.
So the name kind of fits. I just like the Bullets better. I never liked the Wizards. I just never did. I never did. We wasn't talking about guns, y'all. We talking about we run fast. Like I never liked that change. I mean, it is what it is now, but I don't even like when they try to do the red, white, and blue to try to halfway go.
That's what I'm saying. It's the jerseys and the name. That's I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I agree. But they need to. I don't know. I think winning changes that a little bit. I think if we start winning, we can get a free agent, and here we go. But we got but some wins got to come with it first.
Might got to be a trade too.
Maybe.
I thought they should have kept John Wall and Bill together. When John Wall came back, I know he had the crazy injury where he was out for a year or two. But I thought they should have tried to see that John Wall, Bradley Beal before they shipped John Wall out. Because DC really rocked with John Wall. And John Wall really rocked with the city, and we never really got to see those guys at their prime both together. So I thought the Wizards should have kept them together for that. I think it was that last year of maybe John's contract, and then they should have made a decision. But they broke it up. They sent John. I traded him to Houston for Russ. Bradley Beal. He balled out.
A couple of years, but we knew he wasn't that guy. Like
even
when he was cooking, like he was cooking. Let's be clear. It was 29, 30 points a game. He was all-star. Like he was cooking. But nobody believed in the whole scope of the Eastern Conference. Put this guy against whoever was top 4 in the East, that Bradley Beal was going to get them past somebody.
Well, yeah, because I mean, he didn't have nobody with him. He didn't have no help.
Right.
Yeah. So it was like I think at one point he had like multiple games, like 10, 40 games. All the games he had scored over 40, they had lost.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, that's a crazy ass stat, because most of the times when a player go off, they win. And I think they even made that a meme. I think he was like laying on the court or something. Like it was a meme I think they made out of it, but it was wild. But I really like Bradley Beal too, but I was surprised he signed, but he got his bread and now he playing with KD. So
it's crazy. It's crazy. That year they got to the semis against the Celtics. And it was the same year. It was the same year too, because I saw John Wall talk about this on a podcast. He was referring to a regular season game against LeBron and the Cavs that year, and it was like
that bullshit bank shot.
That bank shot, right? And I don't know if I think I remember telling you this, Maestro, after watching that game. I said, "Yo, this is the Eastern Conference Finals matchup." Like I literally was saying this was a preview of the conference finals, and that Celtic team wasn't all that like that year. Like they had Isaiah Thomas and. I mean,
he was a dog, though.
He was a dog, but they had no. Me personally, they had no business losing to him. That's just me.
I agree.
That's just me.
It was some questionable coaching with the Wizards, and I think that's what I'm saying. In some turn, it was typical Wizards.
Wizard shit.
Yeah,
Wizard shit.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Hey, let's hit up some NFL real quick, man. There's been some games going on, and I just saw Mike Patton with some news in the chat. He said that the Bills signed Josh Norman to the practice squad. I guess that's their response to some of the injuries that happened with the Bills in the past couple weeks.
Davis White got injured this past week.
Right, and Milano got hurt yesterday also. So I'll be honest with you, I don't know what the Josh Norman thing does because he's washed in my book.
But to the field that's on the street, I guess you got to say Josh Norman is probably one of them as far as on the street.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna be there just for leadership. To me, like if he ever gets put to the. No, I get it. He's gonna play, but I'm saying I don't think he's not as talented as he once was.
He's gonna be Patrick Peterson on the Steelers right now. That's what he's going to be.
I think he's gonna be below that.
Burnt toast. Burnt toast.
It's just familiarity. You know what I'm saying? They're familiar. I'll probably say that wrong, but it's familiar. Cool. Him being familiar with the team and the team being familiar with him. Yeah. That's all that is. Like you said, like he ain't Josh Norman of Carolina. So
ever since he went to Washington, it just went left. Yeah.
The only time I remember him with Buffalo is when Derrick Henry got him out the way.
Exactly.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
In fact, I can remember him being stiff-armed way more than I could remember him being a productive player.
That was a meme.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but I mean, and it's crazy because I forgot which players. There's a lot of players from Buffalo complaining about the turf over there in London. So, I'm praying both teams come out of this healthy.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? But the turf over there was bad. So, like you said, Josh Norman was a depth chart signing, and he's a player familiar with their scheme and their system. So
right. So through 5 weeks of NFL, what's the biggest surprise to you, Jay?
The biggest surprise, is probably how bad the Bengals were, but I do like the Houston Texans. And I know it's odd they're in my division, but CJ Stroud
is a dog.
Yeah,
dude he's legit.
Yeah.
He's balling. I like that young talent. They're gonna be something to watch.
I said it last
in the
week.
Division.
I said it last week.
Because I damn sure picked y'all to win, and CJ won.
That ass whipping they put on us. Nico Collins, Tank Dell. I know these niggas' names now. I know who these niggas.
I grabbed CJ. And in my fantasy league, I picked up Tank Dell like 2 weeks ago. I paid for CJ Stroud and some more shit. So
I don't know, but I can't even say that because they smoked Jacksonville the week before that. So I can't even say it's I know they look good against Atlanta yesterday.
They should have won.
And Maestro, that's a game. Remember, we talked about that last week. That was a game where when we was picking it, I was like, I want to pick Houston, but this felt like a little bit of a trap game, and turns out they lost that one in the last second there. But yeah, you're right. They should have won.
Them, and I'm gonna say it. Nobody else is really saying it. Two of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they go hand in hand. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to mention them, but Baker Mayfield is playing pretty good football down there. Mm-hmm. And I think Tampa Bay is over 500. They had
They're 3-1.
Yeah, they're 3-1. And nobody's really talking about them as a 3-1 team. I know they lost to Philly, but but for them to be 3-1, I didn't think they would be 3-1 at this point. And New England, like, they just look like ass.
Yeah.
Like, bad. Like, they are
They look like the worst team in football. And you could say that for a bunch of teams, but they look like they the worst.
They look terrible.
Yeah.
They look terrible.
They look bad.
They look terrible.
Yeah.
And just sit back down. If you're gonna bench them 2 games in a row, just sit them down.
Yeah,
sorry,
or if you're gonna bench them, bench them when y'all still got a chance to win. Don't bench them. Y'all 31 down, man. Like, it's crazy. But I think those are like kind of caught my attention the most. Outside of Tennessee being as bad as they have been, or up and down.
Well, where'd you have them? How did you see them performing this year, projection wise?
So I know the first 6 games was going to be tough. We had a really tough 6-7 games, and I was hoping we could at least come out of this 4-2, no less 3-3. And right now we're 2-3. So if we can come out of this, I feel like 3-3, possibly reset and go from there. I felt like we could have. I felt like we could have been a double-digit win team this year.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, I don't feel that way right now. I know this season is young, but I just, from what I've seen thus far, I don't know if that's still how I feel moving forward. But I didn't think we was gonna lose the Indy. I will say that. I didn't think we were gonna lose the Indy, but I thought we would be at least 10, 11 win team.
Yeah, with that division, because when we did our projections, we was looking at that division and was like, "Yo, this is a sorry division." I mean, just kind of basing it off of last year's results, and then
because Tannehill some shit,
right? And
hold on.
Yeah, let's get straight to it.
Hold on. So I've been all off season. I've been defending Ryan Tannehill. I'm still defending Ryan Tannehill.
Okay.
This is why. Ryan Tannehill is a really good regular season game. I'm not saying he's elite.
Okay.
I'm not saying you can build a team around him.
Okay.
I'm saying for the Tennessee Titans, Ryan Tannehill is really good pretty much in a regular season.
Okay.
However, this year, the offensive line has been really, really bad. He has not had the time to make throws. So he looks bad at times.
This ain't a this year. This is a.
So look. Okay,
he got his contract. He was some trash.
No, but you got to look at the quarterback market at that time. Who else was out there, and he fit our scheme.
Yeah. So that year, let's be clear. That year, and I remember it because y'all played us in the preseason. And I said, oh, shit. And I remember saying this to Trey. I said, oh, shit. Tannehill about to take Mariota job. And I
ain't believe it. That's the crazy thing.
This motherfucker is about to take Mariota job. And and obviously it happened. And y'all had that run that year.
Went to the AFC Championship.
Yep. And then he got a contract.
Yep.
After that,
nope. Because the following year he had, I think, 33 touchdowns, and I think he had like seven. I think he had less than 10 picks.
Okay.
And I think we lost in the AFC playoff game
to Baltimore.
To the Ravens. Yep.
To Baltimore. Because that's
but
when
they were AFC South champs at that year.
They were AFC champ. And then I think the following year after that is when 2020 he had a pretty decent year. That was the year when Derrick Henry, I believe, got hurt. I think Derrick Henry went out for half the year, and I think that was the year we won the first round. We were the first. What is it? The number one
when Cincinnati went in there and knocked y'all out
and knocked us out.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like but you gotta look at AJ Brown was hurt, Julio Jones was out. Like he hasn't really had a lot of consistency. And then last year,
did he also go to the playoffs against the Kansas City Chiefs and threw like 7 passes? Is that what I'm remembering?
Nah.
Who was that?
So that was Malik Willis. That was on a Sunday night game.
No. I'm talking about
a playoff game. You're talking about a playoff game.
When y'all played.
That might have been Mariota then. That might have been. I don't know if it was Mariota because we knocked Kansas City out one year with Mariota when he threw the ball and caught the ball.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
But Tannehill in the playoffs is a different Tannehill. That's when I get a little. That's when I get a little nervous. But like even this year, and last year we had nobody because we traded AJ Brown. So like when you don't have playmakers and your offensive line is bad, you're not gonna be productive.
What about Traylon Burks, Mike Patton? What about Traylon Burks?
Traylon Burks, man. I like Traylon Burks, man, but his availability is killing us right now. And I hate the fact that a lot of people put pressure on him to. I mean, obviously he's going to be looked at to replace AJ Brown because that's who got traded away.
Right.
But Traylon Burks has the potential. He just got to stay on the field, and hopefully he'll be back maybe against Baltimore or after the bye. We have our line, we can reset and we can move forward. But that line, it starts at the offensive line, and Tennessee's offensive line has been been real sketchy this far. So Ryan Tannehill, I get it. I understand people like to slander him, but if you really watch Tennessee, it's not always Ryan Tannehill. He does hold the ball and take a few sacks a little bit too long, but that's a lot of quarterbacks. But when Ryan Tannehill has time, you've seen it against Cincinnati. Like, he will fling the rock. Like, he was flinging it against Indy. We just couldn't get no stops.
How you feel about Malik Willis? Because I know like the previous regime before the guy got fired for trading AJ Brown, he's the guy that drafted Malik Willis, and so now this new regime comes in and they draft the other kid, Levis, and now it seems like there's I don't know if there's a battle for who's the second quarterback or who's going to be there long term. But how you feeling about Malik Willis?
I like Malik Willis. I think Malik Willis has kind of got the short end of the stick. Like you said, John Robinson, the old regime, they drafted him, and then this year they draft Will Levis. I wasn't a fan of the Will Levis draft pick. I felt like we could have got a few playmakers, even maybe another offensive lineman or whatever.
Right.
But I think Malik Willis is going to be a very good football player, a very good quarterback. But I think he might not get the chance to show that in Nashville. You don't trade up to draft a quarterback to not play him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is Ryan Tannehill's contract year. But I think Malik Willis has the skills. When Malik Willis was drafted, we knew Malik Willis was going to be a project. And even this preseason, he's shown the growth. He's shown that he's put in the work. I wish nothing but the best for Malik. I hope he still stay. I hope they keep him in Nashville. But I definitely think he's going to be a very good football player, very good quarterback, man. Whether it's in Nashville or elsewhere, I think he's going to have the skills and the knowledge to go out there and be a great quarterback.
Yeah, that sound like you projecting he gonna be gone though.
I do, because like I said, you don't draft or you don't like we traded up
it's the new regime.
to get Will Levis, and it's a new regime, and it's like out with the old and with the new. So it's like, okay, we like Malik. We're not trying to boot him out, but we do want to give him an opportunity. So only reason he got more playing time this year in preseason is because Will Levis was hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they really, I feel like they really want to push the Will Levis motive, and at some point in time, Malik probably will be let go. I hope not, but that's just my gut feeling.
It sounds like at some point he's gonna leave the team and go somewhere and back up somebody else. Yeah.
I mean, for real, it's just realistic. I mean, look, I don't like to hold him to them couple of games he played when Tannehill got injured last year. I don't know, but he definitely did look petrified. But I don't like to hold him to that.
Yeah.
So I hope the best for him somewhere else. I don't think but I agree with you. It ain't happening in Tennessee.
But I also think too, I think Tennessee doesn't put him in successful situations. They don't use his skill set the best that they can use. Similar with Justin Fields in Chicago. Like the NFL trend is mobile quarterbacks, and you got to use these guys for their athleticism. And
you got to at least make defenses fear that these black kids can run, and they definitely didn't do that with Malik Willis. Yeah,
so I think if we get the right offensive coordinator, maybe, I don't know, Tim Kelly, we'll see, but I think he's got to go to a right coach that's going to utilize his skill set properly.
So in your mind, project the Tennessee Titans in the next 3 years.
I think,
and I say that, and let's be clear. I say that because it's the hierarchy of the AFC. You know what I'm saying? We know it's Kansas City. We know it's Cincinnati. Baltimore on that other tier. You know what I'm saying? We
Buffalo.
Buffalo, sorry. We can't forget Buffalo. Is it logical, or do you see a way where they could at least get into that Baltimore tier in the next 2 or 3 years?
I don't know. And this is why I say that, because it's a lot of what we were built on. A lot of that is they're on the last year of their contract. Derrick Henry, Tannehill, Kevin Byard. These are like the staple core guys of our team. And like you said, we got a new regime in there. And this was his first draft. So you probably going to have Malik Willis, Will Levis at the quarterback, Traylon Burks, Chig. Probably hope the offensive line is a lot better. But they probably will be kind of like in the rebuild mode, I would say, because you got to realize they're going to be moving into a new stadium.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So they got Tajay Spears, which is a really good piece. He's kind of, he's doing his thing. So I think they're gonna be trying to reestablish their identity. I don't know if Mike Vrabel is gonna still be there. They might shake things up and get that out of there as well. So I don't know. I think they'll be kind of on a rebuilding structure and trying to have kind of like where Houston is right now, like
yeah, right.
like that young, like competitive team. Like I think they'll be like moving in that direction as they in the next 2 to 3 years as they get ready to move into the stadium.
But it also sounds like you're saying that they're also gonna have all these contracts off the books, right? So Derrick Henry with his contract, Ryan Tannehill with his contract. That's a lot of money that's coming off the Tennessee Titans books. And let's say you do bring up Will Levis to be the starter. Now you got all this money to where it's like, all right, now I can start to build around Will Levis. I can start to build around his team. And I got the money to do that. I mean, that's really how guys have been kind of been competing for Super Bowls and stuff is you have a quarterback that doesn't cost much. Right. Doesn't cost much. And then you got a defense that maybe you got a guy or two that's making, $15 million. And then you got some offensive weapons that are making, $15, $16 million. It sounds to me like that's where they're going to be headed towards the next 3 years.
Yeah, they're definitely, and you got some of the young pieces there. You just drafted Peter Skoronski, the offensive lineman. You got Traylon Burks. You got Tajay Spears. You got Chig Okonkwo. I think I said that right. So you got some offensive pieces. They just re-signed Jeffrey Simmons. You know what I'm saying? So you got some young pieces there, but it also is going to start in the draft. Over the years, Tennessee hasn't really got the best production out of their draft classes.
Yeah.
We drafted Caleb Farley. He's hurt. He's on IR right now, cornerback. So we don't know when he's going to return. A lot of other starting, like a lot of our draft class, we haven't got the best production. So it's going to start with the draft. Yeah. And you got to start hitting on some of these draft picks to be able to compete. So then you can add that 1 or 2 key free agent to come over to get you over the top. And you got to get, to me, I think Tennessee got to get a little younger coaching. Like, I like Mike Vrabel, but I think Mike Vrabel has some stubbornness to him with him as well.
And I was going to say, because Mike Vrabel is a pretty young coach.
He's a pretty young coach.
Right,
but the offensive coordinators and the defensive coordinators, like, they still got this, like, mid-2000s scheme at times. It's got better this year, but for, like, the last 2 to 3 years, our main thing was power. We were going to try to out-physical you. That's not working no more. Yeah. Ain't nobody scared of us. Derrick Henry, he's splitting carries right now. You know what I'm saying? We're getting out-physical, so we got to find that advantage. Like Miami, their advantage is speed. You can't – it's hard to stop Miami. So Tennessee's got to find themselves. They got to recreate their identity. They got to do it this year, too. They got to find out who they are because that power – we're going to be out physical is not working. And that's where they are right now. They're in a crossroads. I feel like they're in identity crossroads because they want to be like with the new offenses, the 49ers, the Dolphins, and all these new offenses. But it's like we still got Derrick Henry. Our quarterback's not as mobile. You know what I'm saying? We don't have explosiveness on the wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how can we get a balance of that? And it starts in the draft, and I think that's what Tennessee's got to do, and they got to get coaches that's going to go towards that skill set.
Yeah.
So
trust me, I'm going through a similar thing with I ain't gonna say old, I'm gonna say incompetent coaching in my offensive coordinator. So because he definitely trying to scheme some stuff, but that shit is stupid and it don't make no sense in Pittsburgh. So
Yeah, I drafted Deontay Johnson in my fantasy league, and he got hurt. So
yeah, well, hopefully he should be back after. We on the bye this week, but he should be back against the Rams. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Oh, that's who y'all got.
But y'all have a culture though. Like y'all have a culture there in Pittsburgh. Like y'all have won chips. Mike Tomlin's won a chip. He knows what it takes to get there. Like, and I know Vrabel has won a chip playing, but like it's a little different. Like we haven't won anything.
So but like, you could tell when he got there, like the Titans were back. Right.
Yeah, they changed.
Yeah.
They needed it.
Yeah.
But it's like we need something again. We need that, and firing John Robinson was a combination of that. And then we ended the season on a 7-game losing streak and opened the season up this year on a losing streak. So Tennessee's that's why in 2 to 3 years I think they're gonna be trying to find their identity. They're gonna be a young team.
Yeah.
And hopefully they be, exciting to watch in that new stadium. They can't be no ass going into that new stadium. They got to be good, man. They can't be the Giants or the Patriots going into that new stadium. That's not gonna work.
Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed for you, man.
Yeah. Well, as far as the division goes, because Jacksonville's kind of been starting off a little bit sluggish this year. Also, they've been up and down, and Houston. I mean, I would say Houston's playing the best of the 4 teams up through 5 weeks. I would say.
I think Indy has.
Indy?
Because
Indy? Okay.
I'm gonna say about Zaire Franklin.
Yeah.
That boy is a damn dog.
Yeah. And you gotta look at Indy. I think they lost a close one to the Rams the week before.
Oh, right. They went to overtime. Yeah.
They went to overtime. They've been in I believe all their games that I can remember.
Yeah.
Even the ones that they've lost. So I think right now, and Indy is that team, which I didn't expect, and they've been playing the best consistent football so far this
Zach
year.
Moss is 3rd in rushing in this league right now.
Yeah, we helped them.
And they're probably going to keep using him because Anthony Richardson's going to miss some games because of the, I guess, the shoulder he hurt on Sunday. So,
but see, I wonder how that's going to affect Jonathan Taylor, who obviously getting ready, who played last week.
Yep, got his bag. Importantly,
because you kind of and shout out to him for getting that money, but I get you paid him the money, but right now Zach Moss hot right now. So you about to take carries away from him because Jonathan Taylor ready to.
I think what you do in that situation, I think you just ease Jonathan Taylor into that running back room, and then
if I'm Zach Moss, I'm pissed.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
Zach Moss, I'm pissed.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
But you just paid Jonathan Taylor a bag, so y'all gonna have to find a way to make it work.
But we didn't. Tennessee has always been good against the run. Mm-hmm. So for him to go off against us, and I get it, a lot of people we were missing Tyre Tart, one of our best run defensive guys on the line. Regardless, he went off, and it was timing. Coincidentally, he went off the same week Jonathan Taylor got his bag. So, and I was reading that they are like you said, they are going to ease Jonathan Taylor back into the rotation because he hadn't played in a while. So I think Zach Moss will still get his touches, but that's big dog spot, right? He's RB1. It's just a matter of time. Like when you came to Indy, you knew it was a possibility that Jonathan Taylor was coming back. So.
Absolutely.
Well, I hope that leads to some money for Zach Moss. And it makes me wonder what these other teams was doing with Zach Moss all this time. Because Zach Moss has been around for a brick.
Yeah. Buffalo don't like to run, so they ain't really do it.
That part.
For real.
That part.
For real.
That part.
But to me, it goes back to just saying that you got to pay running backs. Like, I know the narrative this offseason was like running backs ain't this, running backs ain't that. But these guys, especially if you don't have an elite quarterback, if you don't have a Pat Mahomes, a Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, like you got to have Daniel Jones. The Giants can't generate no offense without Saquon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? I get the Indy they off to a nice start, but just look how more of a threat they're going to be when Anthony Richardson and Jonathan Taylor get in full swing. Yeah. Who's going to want to stop that duo? That's going to be a tough duo. So, that's what that goes back to me for as well.
You mentioned the Giants. I heard something earlier today, and they were saying how the Giants should start to think about trading off some of their players because they're basically saying the Giants season is over. Daniel Jones got hurt again in the game against Miami. They're saying, look for a team that's looking for a running back. You got trade Saquon, go ahead and trade Saquon. They talking about if you're trying to get rid of Leonard Williams, look for some team that needs.
Damn.
Yeah, like this was a serious conversation I heard today. They talking about, look, it's a wrap. I mean, think about it. They play in the AFC East.
You mean NFC?
No, the Giants. They're playing the AFC East.
Right.
Their schedule.
Oh, okay. Got yeah.
Their schedule's tough. Their schedule's tough this year, right? I mean, look at last year. They won so many close games, and now you come into this year, and they got shut out 40-0 against Dallas, and then their only best brand of football came in the second half against Arizona. Everywhere else through these 5 games, they've just been ass. So you got to think at 1-4 in that division, and in the NFC East, you're done. You're done.
You know why they doing that, right?
What's that?
Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
they trying to get Caleb Williams.
They don't want they don't want black quarterbacks, man.
They want to win. They better.
Giants don't want black quarterbacks.
We've been, or let me say, Trey's been vetting this. He's been studying this for the past at least 8 years since we've been doing this podcast. They passed. God bless his soul. They passed on Dwayne Haskins for Daniel Jones. It was another one. It was another guy.
Remember McAdoo used to coach the Giants.
Yeah.
And there was a story that McAdoo told the Giants management, "Hey, we need to look at Patrick Mahomes. We need to think about looking at this guy." And they was like, "Nah, we don't want Mahomes."
Well, hey, you can't be in the Big Apple and keep losing.
Yeah,
that don't work. That ain't gonna work. So, in the way that the game is going, you gotta have a mobile quarterback.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it's I'm not trying to raise
which Daniel Jones is. Daniel Jones can be mobile. He just can't throw.
I seen people on Twitter calling this man Vanilla Vic.
Hey, we got Will Levis if they want him in Nashville. We can take him off his hand, but they gonna have to if they want to win Caleb Williams. I mean, I don't know if I don't think Shador's coming out this year. I mean, I know you got like Bo Nix.
But I was gonna say Bo Nix. I was just about to say Bo Nix.
All of them, but I mean, bruh, Caleb Williams is the truth. If you gonna sell your team, you better go get Caleb Williams.
The Giants, man, they do some questionable stuff, bro. They when they drafted Daniel Jones, I immediately said, "Yo, they want to clone Eli Manning like that." I immediately said that.
Yeah, they did. I mean, yeah, but you had a Manning.
Yeah.
So
right.
You can live with that,
But they also never had a black quarterback starting for them until they benched Eli for Geno Smith one game.
Smith, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. I hadn't really realized that. See, yeah, that's true.
Real Giants fan.
Yeah,
yeah, all right. Yeah, okay.
But they better get with the program in New York if they want to win.
Yeah, facts. Hey, Jay, I got one more for you, man. And we do this a lot with the guests here. We got top 5 lists and stuff. And so just to kind of give you a disclaimer. So sometimes our guests give out their list. And sometimes I get a text, I get a phone call. Maybe my cousin calls me, was like, "Yo, I was watching the show the other night. And your guest had this top 5. And I'm thinking, yo, what the hell is this nigga thinking about? Right? He don't know what he's talking about, whatever. Right? So first thing first, let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
No problem, man. Hey, Jae Jones on all 4 social media platforms: Twitter, IG, Facebook, TikTok. Poppin' Fresh 25 on Twitter, or Jae Jones. If you type in either or, you'll find me. But Jae Jones on everything. You going? Right now I got the little artificial intelligence little avatar cartoon picture up. So, but yeah, holla at me. I'll be. Hey, and I might. Hey, and I'm all down for. Hey, bro, you forgot about this, or cause sometimes
we just want the smoke to go your way. That's all.
That's cool. Hey, hey, just you know what I'm saying. All I say is just don't be disrespectful, young. I'm all for learning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. Just don't be disrespectful. But
Facts.
yeah, come on with it though.
No doubt. All right, man. Your top 5 Titans all time.
Man, I've been thinking about this. So I'm gonna go 5 Javon Curse.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you ranked it? Oh, okay. We was going to shoot you down.
I thought about it, and it still might be a little bit shaky, but I know who my number 1 is, regardless.
Gotcha.
5 is Javon Curse.
Mm-hmm.
4 is Chris Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
3 is Keith Bullock.
Yep.
Okay.
2 is Eddie George, and 1 is Steve McNair.
Mm-hmm. Rest in peace. Yep.
Rest in peace.
Sure.
Yep. That's what's up. Solid list, man. That's solid. That's solid.
Yeah. I didn't know if y'all wanted Houston Oilers / Titans, or if you just wanted Titans.
I'm the type of person that would want to include the Oilers, but Trey always tell me don't. So I did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a couple of names. I'm just me throwing, because I didn't know he was about to do this top 5. So I'm just gonna throw a couple of names. Okay. Derek Mason.
Yeah, that's
he's
the
my
name
honorable mention.
Yeah.
So he's my honorable mention.
Yeah.
I had my honorable mention.
Yeah.
I had look, oh, you can't say it, but he's on my honorable mention. I had him, and I had Frank Wycheck, and I had Michael Griffin.
Okay. I ain't mad at that.
Nah, that's what's up. So Derrick Henry ain't play long enough.
It's hard because Tennessee is known for running backs, man. And I was gonna do Chris Johnson / Derrick Henry, but I didn't know if I was gonna get away with that. But
nah,
So I love Derrick Henry, huge Derrick Henry fan. But Chris Johnson,
2,000 yards, man.
Derrick has had I think he got 2,000, but
I'm sure he got pretty close.
He did. I think he did, because wasn't we arguing he should have got the MVP?
He should have got the MVP. Yeah. So he got 2,000, but Chris Johnson, bro, like you had to account. He could catch and obviously run, but Derrick Henry is definitely on my top 10, but top 5, I can't. It's hard to leave him off because I'm truly a fan of Derrick Henry on and off the field, but definitely, I was debating it too, but yeah, that's my top 5 that I'm gonna roll with.
All right,
that's what's up.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Jay, man, this was great, man. This was fun.
Yes, sir.
This was definitely fun, man, and we appreciate it. And like I always say, man, it's always great when a talent is local here in the area. Yes. And it's dope what you're doing with the podcast and everything like that. So one last time, man, let everybody know about the podcast, where they can find it at, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, most definitely, man. You can find us 613 Faye Productions on YouTube, on Apple, Spotify, Google. You can find us on social media pages, 613 Faye DMV on IG, 613 Faye on Twitter and Facebook. Definitely come through, drop a comment, like, share, subscribe, man. Like I said, we always up for new challenges. We always like to, we like to hear the good and the bad. Like I said, just be respectful even when you criticizing. But it's definitely dope. I greatly appreciate you guys having me on, man. I'm definitely a big fan, and I follow you guys. So, man, I appreciate the invite, man.
No doubt.
So, continue what you guys are doing, man. I definitely appreciate it, man.
Respect.
Yes, no doubt, man.
Yes,
rest in peace to your Braves too, bro. It's not looking good.
Hey, I'm gonna say this real quick. I knew this. I hate to say it, but I had a feeling this was gonna happen. They had this great regular season, and when the Braves always go on a break and come back, they always come back sluggish. So that's what they doing right now. It looks like it's gonna be a repeat of last year
against
but I'm not
that
counting
team.
them out yet. Against the Phillies, and I fucking hate it. I hate it, but it is what it is. But it's not over. Even if we lose, go down 2-0. It's not ideal, not what I envisioned, but it is what it is, man. So We gonna see. I'm still chopping. I'm still repping. So hopefully we can get it done in Philly. Maybe we can come back tonight.
All right. We'll see, man. Hey, as always, man. Appreciate you, man. And
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We'll holler at you in them streets, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. Be safe out there.
Take it easy. Yes, sir.
Yep. I see you, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's the homie Jae Jones right there, 613 Productions right there, and the podcast, the Man Cave Sports Podcast, which you could check out on YouTube and all other platforms right there. So you want to do some picks, man? I know you want to keep rubbing this thing in. Pause.
Yeah, yo.
yeah.
Fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. Straight up, that sounded real crazy right there, man. That sounded crazy.
Yeah, let's do that though.
Yeah, let's get the picks in. Thursday night, we got what we got. We got Denver at Kansas City. I think we both know where we're going there.
Yep.
We're picking Kansas City, and then Sunday's game. So got the early spot. It's Ravens all day in London.
Let's go Titans.
That's your pick?
That's my pick. What you mean? Yeah, that's my pick.
That's your pick?
Titans, Tennessee Titans.
Yeah,
nigga.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
On my man Jay's birthday. And hey,
what's the money line on the Titans, man?
I don't, you know.
I need you to put some money on that, bro.
Hey, you ain't saying shit, my nigga.
Hey, I'm gonna challenge you, my nigga.
You ain't saying nothing.
I'm gonna challenge you, my nigga.
I got a 20, niggas.
You got a 20.
I got a 20 on Tennessee. It's nothing.
All right. That's what's up. Give me the Ravens, man. All day, man. All day. All right. The rest of these games. Commanders at the Falcons. This game could go either way, bro.
It could, man. I'm going with the Commanders though.
I'm gonna take the Falcons. 3-0 at home. I'll take the Falcons.
And say, oh man, don't let Ritter, God forbid, don't let Ritter get hurt.
What you think? It's a wrap if he does?
No, I'm saying Taylor coming in.
Don't let
Ritter get hurt.
Oh, revenge time. Yeah, I got you. Vikings at the Bears.
Ew.
1-4 versus 1-4.
Give me the Bears.
And I was just gonna say, Justin
Jefferson's not playing.
Is not gonna play. So
even though Mario Addison did have a good game.
Yeah.
Mario Addison out of Pitt, he did have a good game.
Right. Give me the Bears at home. Give me the Bears. Seahawks at the Bengals. Give me the Seahawks.
Yeah.
And yes,
Nope. Give me the Bengals.
You got Bengals? Okay.
I got the Bengals.
I'm picking with my heart a little bit here, but give me the Seahawks. 49ers at the Browns.
49ers. Tough game though.
Yeah.
Is Deshaun playing?
I think Deshaun's going to come back and play.
Okay.
And he just had a bye week, so
I still got the 49ers, but
you would think, but yeah, with Deshaun, I think that game gets tougher for San Francisco.
Sure, I do too.
But I'm gonna go 49ers.
Who have could this be the toughest game so far the 49ers have played? I'm trying to remember who the 49ers have played. The Rams, the Steelers.
Rams, Cardinals, Steelers.
Oh, they just played the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
The Cowboys on paper should have been a tougher game.
Hey,
on paper.
Briefly, I'm starting to change my feeling about Dallas, man, after watching them last night. And I think it's the same narrative when the Cowboys got to play from behind and Dak's got to step up, man. Like it seemed like time and time again. The interceptions happen, man. He just can't seem to bring the team back when the team is down, bruh. And their schedule looks real daunting. Like they got the Chargers coming up. They got Buffalo at some point. They got Miami at some point. They still got to play Philly twice. The Commanders is no slouch. They got some tough games coming up, man.
So where you say you're going to change it soon? Like not make the playoffs?
No, not necessarily not make the playoffs, but more so because I had them winning the division. And
I didn't have them winning the division. So,
I had them winning the division, and right now I'm just not confident that that's going to be the case. I think the thing that they got going for them is we got to see how the rest of the conference shapes up. Because look, to me, it's Philly, it's San Francisco, and then I think it's everybody else. And then that second tier, you're looking at like a Detroit, a Dallas.
Man, you put Detroit with Dallas already?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's not. I mean, you're not off. It just seems fast, but I mean, yeah, they're playing just as good as Dallas is right now.
They're playing. Yeah, they playing some. And look, you could question the opponents they've played. Falcons. Yeah. I forget the other games. Carolina. They just played Carolina.
They play Kansas City as well, though.
Right. They beat the Chiefs in the first game, but they're gonna. But remember, they got 2 against the Bears coming up. They got 2 against the Vikings coming up, and they beat Green Bay already. Like they really got a chance to really sweep their division. And if they do that, I mean, they running away with the North at this point. We got to talk about that too. So that's why I got them in that next tier.
And I'll try to make this deep dive a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
I had a conversation today that Dallas defense is not as what it's cracked up to be.
Mm-hmm.
And they cited, the person I was talking to cited competition. So they played the Giants.
The Giants.
Without Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
Long story short, they played the 49ers and get smoked.
Mm-hmm.
On both sides of the ball,
and they played the Cardinals team that they probably should have played a lot better in, but they got beat down in that one, so they let that one slip away. I mean,
just something to look out for.
Patriots was the other game that they played.
Okay, yeah. So basically, they only played the 49ers, and when you're talking about how elite this defense is,
right?
And let's be clear, I believe this defense is elite.
Yeah.
But they haven't played anybody before the 49ers. So
and they're going to play, like I said, I ran through the list of teams, tough teams, bruh. It's coming down the pike, and we just going to have to see how they end up. We just going to have to see how they end up. Trayvon Diggs ain't coming back, so they're going to have to figure that one out. And Van Der Esch got hurt last night, so
I saw.
So definitely they're going to have to figure some things out there. With the picks, Carolina at Miami, I'm taking Miami.
Miami, yeah.
Colts at the Jags, I'm taking the Jags.
I'll take the Jags.
Saints at the Texans.
I'm taking the Texans.
I'm gonna take the Saints. Their defense has quietly been good through 5 weeks.
I mean, okay.
I'm gonna take the Saints. I know they played some bad teams lately, but I think I'd take the Saints there.
Then they shut out the Patriots yesterday.
Yes, they did. Hey, nothing makes me more happier than to see the Patriots get shut out last night. And
to hear people talking about Bill Belichick might not coach anymore.
Right. Like, nothing makes me feel better than to hear those words. And they got beat down by Dallas, by the way, too. I think they only scored 3 points in that game, so...
And that was 2 weeks ago, or last week.
Last week. That was last week. So they've been outscored 64-3.
That's
in two games. So I love seeing that. Love seeing that with the Patriots there. Speaking of which, they're at the Raiders next Sunday. Who you got?
Aiden McConnell.
I think Garoppolo. I think Garoppolo was playing right now.
Oh, he did. Oh, he is.
Yeah, there's a game going on right now.
Yeah. I didn't know he was playing though.
He wear number 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing.
Okay.
Garoppolo's in the game, so
Garoppolo versus the Patriots. I'll take the Raiders then.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take the Raiders too. I'll take the Raiders. Cardinals at the Rams.
Rams.
Yeah, give me the Rams too. Eagles at the Jets. I'm taking the Eagles.
Eagles.
Lions at the 3-1 Buccaneers.
Lions. I don't believe Tampa Bay. Like, I get it, but I don't believe them yet.
You know what? I'll say this about Tampa Bay, because after watching them against Philly the other week, we kind of said that was going to be like their litmus test, and they failed that litmus test. At the same time, they're in the NFC South, so they still might have a respectable record when it all said and done. But they've played some bad teams: the Bears, the Vikings. Carolina, I think, the week before they went on the bye week. So they're going to get their W's against some of these bad teams and against their division rivals. So I think they're still going to end up being maybe 8-9, 9-8, something like that. But I really don't believe that they're a threat to anybody. But I still think, give me the Lions, because I was going to go upset here, but give me the Lions. Giants at the Bills. I'm going to take the Bills. And then Monday night's game, which I kind of alluded to earlier, you got Dallas going up against the Chargers in L.A. You kind of feel like you want Dallas? Dallas?
Give me Dallas.
Yeah, I kind of feel like this is going to be a bounce back. And the Chargers, you just never know with them, right? But just to go different here, I'm gonna take the Chargers at home, just to be a little bit different there, man. Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Mike Patton, I saw my homie Rod in there. X Squad Kesey was up in there earlier. Appreciate everybody. Quick thanks to Yusuf Khan. Inviting us to the Get in the Game conference over the weekend. Some dope conversations, that we was able to catch in regards to HBCUs and, other things like that. So big shout out to the homie there for the invite and all that. And, cool to meet him and all that too.
For sure.
And of course, shout out to the guest tonight, Jae Jones, coming through, dropping some knowledge with the Titans and all that stuff, man. Folks, continue to follow us, man. And again, we appreciate the fans out there.
Nah, keep on going, bro. Keep on going.
You're doing this to distract me, bro.
Nah, I'm just doing this so this for my Steelers nation, man.
Hey, folks, listen. We got one of the greatest podcasts out right now. Yes, I said it. We got one of the greatest podcasts that's out right now, man. We got a YouTube channel, so tell a friend to hit subscribe. We got a Facebook page. Click the like button. We got the Twitch channel. We also got the Instagram account. You can follow us at Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast. We also got the email address if you want to shoot us some questions or comments at barbershopsportstalk1@gmail.com. If you're listening to the audio on your Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, drop us a review. Let everybody know what you think of the show. It goes a long way with with everything here we got going on here. So, look, man, I know you wanna, you flossing that, and I can't say nothing, man. I got nothing else, man. Go ahead and floss, man. Enjoy your week, Maestro. Enjoy the week, man.
Hey, man, you just keep close signing out, man. I'm just
enjoy the week, folks. Look, love, happiness, peace to everybody out there, man. Y'all have a great, blessed week. And as always, folks, mind your damn business.
Drink some water.
Oh yeah, we got him. Trey
Recording
Frazier and
stopped.
Maestro Styles, we got one. Right back like we left something. We don't duck smoke, we want all of it. So line them up, Trey sharp with the blade, we sizing it up. I'm quick to catch the fade, Styles making the cut. Cause we coming out clean every time that we showing up.
It's gonna be called The Barbershop.